The seventh secret, we're finally here, folks, is to be an optimist. I firmly believe that you must be an optimist if you're going to be a successful investor. In fact, I can't understand why you would even be an investor if you aren't an optimist and you believe you can make money in the stock market. Now, it's a great thing to be an optimist, but there's a very fine line between being an optimist and a fool. A fool is someone who thinks they're an optimist, but doesn't face up to reality and recognize when something has failed. They kid themselves in thinking they did okay, even though they didn't prepare themselves, they didn't do the work, put in the effort to ensure that the outcome was going to be favorable. No matter what happens, they think they got a favorable outcome. And there's no reason to fool yourself. And that's not being an optimist. But however, that may even be better than being a pessimist. A pessimist is a person that doesn't think anything's going to work anytime. And pessimists, generally speaking, are losers. They're the folks that don't want to put the time and effort to do anything, to improve themselves, to make themselves better, because they think they're not going to make it. They're not going to achieve. And one of the worst things I've seen as far as pessimism goes, I've met a lot of young people over the years. Some are nephews and nieces that had all the ability in the world to go to college. And they didn't go because they had to save money for a car, or they had to do this, or they had to do that before they went. And they always have an excuse for not doing something. If you see that in a person, you know they have a pessimistic attitude. That isn't good. Getting back to fools. Speculators are fools because they just like to shoot for the moon. They don't like to do a lot of work. They like to take chances. They risk themselves, they risk their money, they risk their portfolios, but they may get lucky and hit a big winner. So they think they're great. But pessimists are never going to hit that big winner because, you know, they don't even want to buy a ticket in the lottery, for goodness sakes. And I'm not sure whether that is a distinction between being a pessimist and a fool, because if you think you're going to win a lottery, when you got one chance in 450 million, but you might, somebody's got to win it. So anyway, the thing that I suggest is you take an optimistic view at things. And when you do that, you got to be willing to justify your optimism. You got to be willing to do the work, put in the time, and learn the basics. You got to be willing to assess what the gains are versus what the risks are what the losses are going to be. And if you do put the work in and you try as hard as you can and it doesn't work, you can't let it stop you. What you do is you recognize the failure and you say to yourself, well, what caused me to fail there? Or what caused that event to fail? Because one of the greatest learning experiences is when things don't work out. I started my career in research, and one night I was driving home from work, and I said to myself, you know, just about everything I do, day after day, week after week, doesn't work. But that was my job, is to try things to see if they were going to work. And whether they worked or not, we had to document everything we did. We documented the results. And slowly but surely, you know, we took that information and we kept making changes for the better, hopefully, and we ended up producing a product. I got a patent for making anhydrous acrylic acid over an experiment that I thought was a total failure. I put the ingredients together and I cooked them, and I ended up with a mess. I sent it to the lab to get analyzed, and what they showed me is that the ingredients had combined to create an intermediate. And all I had to do is take that intermediate and throw it into a pot and heat it up, and the anhydrous acrylic acid came off the top of the distillation column, perfectly dry and perfectly pure. It's exactly what we were looking for. So you never know when a failure is going to turn into success. And that happens. You remember the guy that invented, created, or discovered penicillin. It was almost the same thing. Great discoveries are made only by try again. But at least they can recognize when something hasn't worked. They don't tell themselves, well, this is good. You got to be able to gain from your failures. You got to learn how to gain from adversity. That's the secret to success, really. When it comes to investing, I'm sure all of us had made trades that we hoped we would never made. But you got to say to yourself, well, what went wrong? Why did that happen? And you got to learn to avoid those. And you're going to get better and better. And so I'm very glad that you folks came here, and I'm actually especially glad that you stayed here for this very last session, because you're optimists. You have the self-esteem and the confidence in yourself to learn, to put in the time, put in the effort, and try to make it work, and work better and better all the time. So I congratulate you, and I thank you very much for listening to me, okay? Thank you so much, and best of luck to you.